Good morning, Rick and Sharon. This is 71st Drive in North Peoria. Still waiting to hear back on the solar panels. We did get some information. We know that the solar lease is $224 a month and it stays fixed. And it's a 20-year lease, I believe. That's one thing we don't know, but usually they're 20-year leases. And this solar lease started in 2014. So if the solar panels are covering the utility bills, then 224 is not a bad number for the size home. So I would think that you would probably spend a little more in energy, especially as the years progress and electricity bills continue to rise. You'll stay fixed at 224, so it'll be more of a benefit as the years progress. But it's not terrible as long as the panels that are on here now are strong enough to, let me decline a phone call here, as long as they're strong enough to pay for all the electric bills, which means you would typically just have a connectivity charge of around $25 to $30 a month. Okay, this is just a laminate floor. It looks like somebody probably spilled something right there, so you see a little bubble. More than likely you're going to have an end table or a couch or a chair there. And that's probably what happened, is they spilled something off the table, a glass of water or something. Another little spot right here where it's just a little lip. But again, most of the furniture. And then this little gap with a rubber mallet, that little gap can be closed up. But other than that, the floor is in okay shape. Just not perfect. It's an older floor. And I don't know how you feel about niches, but this has a lot of them. So either get a smaller TV, or I have seen people just rip all these niches out and just have the wall and start over with a flat wall. Now the downside to that is if you rip those out, you're gonna have to put a new floor in, because you'll have a dead spot here after you remove this. So that's an option as well. If your TV's small enough, then it won't be a problem. Can't figure out how to get the kitchen lights on, so it's a little dark in here, but I'm sure they can fix the light switch or whatever's causing the problem. And it's a good sized eat-in area. Oh, there's Deb trying to get out of the picture here. I mean, this is big enough for a full-size table. And I don't really see a formal dining room. So this would be your main eating area. Cabinet's in good shape. Granite. And it looks like somebody pulled this out to see if there was gas stub. There's no gas stub, but this is an outside wall, which makes it a lot easier to run gas into the stove. And this time we can see the pantry. Sink's in good shape. And this is just a cheap builder grade, that's what we have in our house too, cheap builder grade, plastic inside, but they work. I'm gonna go down the hall here. Well, these rooms are definitely bigger than the house from yesterday. I'm going to pace this one off. So it's just shy of 11, so it's probably 11 by 11. Carpets are not new, but they look in decent shape. I think you can get by with a good cleaning. Hall bath. Show lights. And this is just a cultured marble surround. You can see the contrast in color from the white tub. But that's the color they were when they were putting these in. And you got a little window in here. Oh, it's a deep closet. That was unexpected for a hall closet. Give you an idea by looking at the floor. Okay. This looks to be the same size as the other room. Looks like we got some built-ins on this closet here. Washer dryer. Odd place. Usually it's going in the garage from the main garage, but it's a good sized room. Got a little space in the front here. And this is the one-car garage. Oh, wrong button. Oh, the light bulb must be out. Now they have a little workshop in here. And actually, it's not real wide. If you look at the gap between the garage door and the wall, it's not real wide. But if you kept it relatively clean, it does have the garage door opener. So Daniel could park in here pretty easily and get in and out. Or actually maybe one of the big vehicles in here, so you're not competing with both vehicles in the same garage. Looks like they had a water. They got some water issue here. We'll have to investigate that. This got wet at one time. It's dry right now, and it's been plenty of rain out, so I'm guessing maybe this water filtration system might have had a leak at one time. But we'll definitely want to look into that. You can see the damage to the bottom of the framing for the cabinet here, so more than likely the water damage came from that. As long as we don't have water problems outside. And they do have a 220 outlet. I don't know what they were using that for. Doesn't look like the proper plug for a 220 outlet, but we can double check on that.
People waiting.
You can come in. Dub. We had a couple people waiting behind us, so I'm gonna let them know if they can come in. And this is a great spot for an office. This is a big room. I'm gonna paste this one off for you because it's bigger than the bedrooms, I think. This is like 12 and a half feet. 12 and a half by a little over 11. So this is a really good size room for an office. Looks like they probably had desks in here, so got some dirt on the walls. Probably might want to repaint this one. Got a lot of things on the walls. Yeah, this room, you probably want to repaint this room just to spruce it up.
This, my partner's video.
Master. Now this carpet has some stain on it. Now it doesn't look like they've cleaned the carpet, so this may or may not come out. It doesn't look like a dark stain or anything, but something was definitely spilled on there. But the carpet itself looks in decent shape. It just has some staining from something. A little transom. And there's even one little stain right here. It's kind of odd they have these stains that are kind of like a long one. But maybe they had a mat or something from the tile there to the tile here. And this is just the outline, a mat or a rug. And this is just the outline where your feet hung over a little bit. So it's probably just traffic from walking into the bedroom. So that might clean up if they clean the carpets.
Yeah, big padding.
Now we have a lot of activity. There was a car pulling away when we pulled up, and then another group went in before we went in after that. And we're here now, and there's another couple coming through right now behind us. So
They're pretty booked for appointments.
yeah, they're pretty booked. The appointments are booked up all day, so this is gonna be a little bit of a competitive offer if we decide it works for us. They got it's a little tight right here. There's only about not even 2 feet, barely 2 feet between these two. But I can fit in here, so, but it's a tight squeeze. Okay. This is just an average size shower pan. Not tight, but it's just not huge. I'll head out to the garage. It's a big front door. And yeah, because they have cabinets along the wall here, fitting the 2 large vehicles in here might be difficult getting in and out with the doors. Although, if you park close to the wall here, you can get out of the driver's side. And then there's enough room on this side. So ideally, maybe one of the big vehicles in the 1-car garage, and then the second big vehicle in this car garage with a smaller car beside it would probably work best. And they obviously had a water heater go out, so this is pretty common to see this. They just hurried up and got the new water heater and then didn't bother to patch and clean up the damage from the water. And this is a gas water heater. And the walls are kind of dirty, but that's pretty typical for a garage. Backyard. Oh, I noticed there's a little, along the edge here too, there's a little water damage. There's a big doggy door in the glass here. So that's actually part of the door. Okay. There is a lot of landscaping to take care of, bushes and trees. This is a nice big covered patio though.
Look at all the nests that are built in here.
Is this a fig tree? Is this a fig tree? I believe this is a fig tree. And then you got a little raised garden here. But back here, this is just open for whatever you want to do. That's a really big RV gate. You want to try the key in that, see if you can lock it? Somebody left this gate open and it's got a deadbolt. So we're going to see if we can figure out how to lock that. See if the house key fits it. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a chore here for taking care of the landscaping. Just some slight flaking of the stucco. This is a real common problem when you stucco a block wall. The moisture gets trapped behind the paint and it causes it to peel. So it's never my recommendation to stucco a wall like that, especially if it has soil on the other side where it retains that water. And the pool looks good. PebbleTec. They have a tile water line, so it's done right. In-floor cleaning system. We've had a lot of wind, so there's a lot of debris in there just because it's been windy lately. And the decking around, there's only one crack here. And it's not a very deep crack at all, so not bad. These things always seem to crack somewhere, so there's another crack here. Again, it's a smaller crack. I would just fill that in with some epoxy. But the pool looks in great shape. Looks like we're missing a light cover here. Since the house is vacant, maybe the people aren't around to maintain it. And this little spot here, because this is a stamped concrete. Oh, it looks like they did a little repair there. That's what it is. Oh, I think this is actually... No, this is actually natural flagstone. This is actual flagstone, and they just must have broke off a piece, so they patched it. And this is not cast. This is a wood-burning little fire pit. This is also natural flagstone. I got a spot for a fridge, and there is electric going to it. Water. And I do not know what this is. This is just a filler because the You'd have to get a drop-in grill for it. You have to buy one separately. I'm going to assume that this was made to fit a standard size grill, but we don't know that for sure. And you got power there too. Let's see how. These are Tranes. Both of them are very good air conditioners. Can't tell how old they are. We can check. This one's running right now and I can barely hear it. And then the pool pump area. There's some little repair things. The screen's popping out. Overall, it's not in terrible shape. It's what happens when you have a vacant property and no one's living in it, no one's taking care of it. This probably needs to be regraded just a little bit so when it rains you don't end up with standing water, because that's where mosquitoes are going to thrive. And I suppose somewhere in here, well, these are bedrooms. It'd be nice to be able to put a dog run here. But these are bedrooms, so I don't know how practical that is, because I do have the gate here. And on this other side of this wall is the kitchen dining room. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to figure out where to get a doggy door in there where it would work. Got the 2 exterior fans. 3, I'm sorry. Overall, not bad. The exterior house paint looks good. It's not recent, but it doesn't look faded at all. So actually, it may have been within the last couple of years. The trim looks actually new, so maybe they did paint it more recently. But yeah, it looks in good shape. All right, I'm going to get this off to you right away, and you guys let me know what you think. I'll talk to you guys soon.